All I'm saying.
Basically, wasch collect immer.
We arrived at the bus station. We are in the bus right now. Alright. Yeah. See you later. So when you get in here, you have the bathroom here. Here we have our clothes, which is so messy. I don't want to show it to you. Here we have something to eat and bed sheets. Here we have like 4 beds. This is my laptop and everything. We have a TV which we'll never open. The house rules. We have our
The house rules which will all break.
accreditations. Period. And here is Bisera eating her donut. This is her stuff. This is my unorganized stuff, but it is what it is.
This is her stuff. Moving on.
No, but
No, it's okay.
but I'm like my
Not
stuff is
offended or
also
anything.
not organized. Here is literally the best. I love the view. Like I love the view. And here's like the lake is so close. We just went there. It's this path here. You take and you're on the beach. You have some. Oh, not some actually. Here we have our balcony, and that's all. Okay, we are going to the right now we are traveling to the hotel. This is we're going to the hotel at the moment because all the police cars and police officers, they don't allow like civil cars and taxis to go up the hotel, so we're going by walking. So we arrived at the hotel. We're going at reply that. Repeat.
I feel like I'm in a dream.
We have the accreditations of the hotel. Set up.
These are existential threats. They undermine our life-supporting systems that we depend upon, as well as our economy and society. These challenges, they exist at the global level, of course, European level, and also in the Western Balkans.
Is now. How much of our work has been the talk and how much has actually been commitment. Because of the green agenda and sustainability are not just a trendy topic or a fancy adjective that we all want to attach to our everyday speeches. Those are issues that require focus, serious work, and genuine mind shift.
The issues that you've just raised, the global agenda, I of course will put it in the context of the COP process, which I think is a vehicle for driving and not just climate action. The damage that it causes, despite all the warnings, global emissions continue to rise, and the consequences of inaction or delay would be catastrophic, much worse.
Now it's such an important event and discuss such important issues with colleagues and other participants. The main goal, strategic goal of our government is European Union.
Dear participants, it's a great pleasure and honor to be with you in this panel. I am Iggy Hassani. I am the coordinator for economic and environmental activities in the Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe. And I'm grateful to the government of North Macedonia and Minister Nuretini for
neutrality in the region. Dear ministers, ambassadors, distinguished guests, representatives of different ministries, representatives of media and CSOs. It is really a pleasure to be here.
Of my colleague Nuretini and all the other panelists, it's a bit hard to respond to the raised questions and the challenges that we have ahead, but I will continue.
Učesnici ovog foruma, zadovoljstvo mi je da vas iskreno pozdravim i koristim priliku da u ime vlade i u svoje lično ime zahvalim vladi Republike Srbije. Najvredniji proizvod jedne države, a da je životna okolina najbolji i najkvalitetniji resurs. U tom pravcu, kao potpisnici Pariškog sporazuma i kao participant za Evropsku uniju, imamo
economic growth without any regard for the environment and all the costs that we have. And obviously, most of the
to be here and participate in this panel. And in fact, since I'm not from the region, I'm not certainly going to talk but certainly I will try to add some, let's say, German/EU flavor to the discussion. I think that, let's say, from a German perspective,
It must be shorter because participants from Germany tell part of my presentation.
Ambassadors, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, I would like to thank the Bulgarian participants.
We're at the beach.
All I'm saying.
It's gonna be the worst vlog I've ever done. Here we are at the event at our hotel. Now this is empty, and here Ayla is. Now we are going to find Visera and continue on working something for LBE. I have a surprise for you guys. Come.
I told you I'm not here to that security now needs to be broadly defined. Russia has weaponized energy. We need to respond. We need to modernize secure supply. Russia has weaponized food security. We need to respond. We need to look at our geography and develop our infrastructure. And so the call is
the future of our continent, and this is the future of our region. So the Republic of Kosovo is trying to come as near to the NATO structure as we can, having the fact that 4 of the NATO members are non-recognizers. And that's not always easy.
Thank you very much, Ri. Good afternoon to everybody. I was trying to think, listening also to the Deputy Prime Ministers, both, how to inject, let's say, thoughts which could sort of help, not so much filling the gaps, because we have a lot of people with a lot of knowledge in this room, but not to repeat what was said.
Member states who are throwing out now 2033. It was already mentioned here on the forum yesterday. And I said, why 2033? It's so far from now. We are here in 2022. But this is then 30 years from Thessaloniki. I certainly agree that it is important to have dates, clear benchmarks, and clear ways of saying and showing to the people in the region, look, this works. Because if it doesn't work, everybody's losing more. And we are at crunch time now. We are really, and I fully...
I am very glad to share that, well, first of all, I want to thank the organizers of the conference. I want to thank North Macedonia for this tremendous initiative to bring people together to discuss issues and to have a common framework going forward. But the important thing, I think, conference, and from this panel in particular, is that everybody is united on the way forward. That is Euro-Atlantic integration. I don't think that you'll find anybody on this panel who disagrees with it. And I don't think you'll find anyone, even within the region, who disagrees with that as a way forward. So
I'd like to thank again the government of North Macedonia for organizing this event, which is always important and has turned into an essential form of concrete communication and cooperation for our region. But it should be said that this year, different from the previous year, it takes on a special importance due to the situation in Europe, the situation that Europe is going through, and because of the challenge and threat in our region deriving from the situation. Now, in the last panel, quite similar to this one, I spoke about the importance of the EU strategic.
Nous avons besoin de montrer que la perspective européenne des Balkans occidentaux est un engagement concret qui progresse.
I'm one of the guests from UNICEF, one of the young activists, and I wanted to first note that this is a very important a very important discussion, and I wanted to ask a little bit more about the economic aspect, because when it comes to the wage gap and other issues that women have when it comes to their economic freedom, those are important in the sense that women can't be in governance if they first don't feel economically confident and if they first aren't financially stable enough. And studies have shown that more men are financially stable than women, that women's careers, or what we stereotypically think of as women's careers, are paid less. And a lot of studies showcase that it's because the virtues that we think of as male virtues like leadership and so on and so forth, and logical kind of capabilities, are much more valued in society than the virtues that we stereotypically think of as female virtues, right? Like empathy, like compassion, caring for other people's feelings, and so on and so forth. So I just wanted to ask the panelists how they interpret that and what kind of conversations they might have had in their specific countries, especially about the gender wage gap, both the controlled one and the uncontrolled one. And more specifically about the difference between, again, stereotypically female careers, like, for example, being a preschool or a high school teacher, and stereotypically male careers, like something related to the STEM fields and so on and so forth. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for your question. I'd love to turn that over to one of our colleagues, the Deputy Prime Minister and the Deputy Foreign Minister, who both touched on that in your remarks. So if you want to respond before we close out our panel with Ambassador Burns.
Thank you for the question. First of all,
you are over 30 and still at present at the panel discussion. I commend you very much. I know we're not, as young people, we're not the most recognizable political figures in the region, not yet, but we're really happy to have the opportunity to